Here, following the front end testing and the backend testing as well, we have covered the security testing for the web UpFlux web application. So in here at the moment for the release one, I have developed six sections to related to the security test, like brute force protection, rate limiting test, secure shelf layers, and transport layer security test, invalid input handling test, SQL injections test, and advanced SQL injection test. All of them basically they are targeting the logging that is the most uh, uh, target of all the hackers and or malicious attacks from somewhere else. So in here we can see that I am targeting the login, and then we can receive invalid credentials in here. Where we can see I am uh, passing a valid email and invalid credentials, just trying to see if I can have access. And I am attempting 5 times and then see uh, which of the status codes are coming up. So same for the rest of the security test implementation. The main thing of this one is uh, trying as much as I can different methods and see what is the response of the endpoint. As we can see in here, I have implemented many assertion of them, uh, passing empty fields in the body request as well, or malformed, as we can see in here as well, just altering the emails and large payload as well. What we can do is just adding an extra argument to our body request. Obviously we can see that we're gonna get any of those status code in terms of the SQL injection, that is the most vulnerable section. I have declared some kind of queries, just trying to force the system and test if that will be any kind of breach to break it. But at the moment, in some of them, I we haven't implemented some status code to stop. I haven't break it, so which means it's still secure, but we have to make it strong. So in terms of the advanced SQL section, I have implemented extracting database in here, as we can see, trying to get information from the database, but by implementing a query in the email. But if I run the test, we're gonna see that still the body response that we are getting from the website is it's saying valid credentials, so which means that we don't have access to that. And same for the rest of the test cases, like this one, blind time based injection, and so on. In general, I have been implementing as well the respective assertions with the corresponding status code, and waiting for the invalid response. So as well, giving a specific time and seeing if they're still giving more time to the request, can the system can give any information, but still haven't done so. If we can see everything is working, let's run all the bunch of test cases for security. So as I mentioned, in the section of the brute force protection and the retry after header rate, that we haven't implemented security headers and the status code for 419. So which which is some areas that we need to cover. The rest of them, they are passing which means that we have been implemented correctly. Uh, our security part in the back end. So, but still, there are some improvement that we need to cover because, as we can see, we are expecting one of those response. We are getting it, but still, we are executing fire attempts, and in the fire attempts, it should trigger it as well the 403 uh, status code. But in general, I could say that we had a good progress in the website, in the building the website. So we have some areas of improvement, as I mentioned. So especially the security headers and how we can handle more status codes. For example, when there are so many attempts at the same time with wrong password, we need to implement a block time for that user till that time is expired. It will be able to access again if he gets the right credentials.